everyone, it's Nisha. So today I wanted to show you all my matte palettes and I love them all. There is 4 palettes that I bought as palettes and there is one that I have made myself that consists of MAC and Makeup Geek shadows. So let me start probably with the cheapest, and this one's been around for a long time, and that's the Sonia Kashuk Ion Neutral 02. This one is well loved, as you can see. I mean, I've hit pan on that one. This was probably, yes, this was my first ever all matte palette. And for the price, it is we can't get it here in the UK. I think I got it on eBay from US. It wasn't very expensive, but if you want to try matte eyeshadows for mature ladies and you don't have the budget for high-end ones, this is really good palette. You have here good mixture of warm, few cool and some neutral shadows. This I absolutely love, you know, when I apply it here in the corners of my eyes. They are just amazing. The quality is very good. Let me swatch for you. So let me swatch the top row. Sorry if you can hear helicopters. It's Royal Ascot on at the moment, they're racing, so all the people flying helicopters. So as you can see, the pigmentation is amazing. This is your first row, all the light eyeshadows. They don't have much fallout. They blend really nicely. Honestly, for I would consider Sonia Kashuk drugstore, because I think in America you can get it in drugstore. An amazing palette. Let me swatch the second row, which these eyeshadows are very good for your crease colors. Beautiful. I just love them and I haven't used it for a long time. By the way, I think I have a tutorial for looks with all these palettes that I'm going to show you, so if I manage to find them all I might put them underneath, but yeah, this is really fabulous. Then the third row, let me do it on the other hand. I mean, they are amazingly pigmented. And then the last row, which this is very cool row, so you have like a very cool purpley taupe, grey and very black. So this is your top row, and to be honest, I probably, in all the high-end palettes, I probably could dupe them all with this palette. So honestly, the Sonia Kashuk palette has everything you need for a natural matte look. My second favorite matte palette is the Becca Ombre Nude eyeshadows. I really like it. It's got only 5 colors, which is so much easier to choose. You know, sometimes you get very overwhelmed with having 12 colors in one palette and you find yourself just using probably 4 or 5 out of this palette. That's why I quite like palettes with just 5 or 6 eyeshadows. It's just so much easier, and as you can see, as the name says, they are arranged in ombre way from lightest to darkest. This one I feel like is quite neutral, and again, such an easy palette to use. Very good quality, lovely pigmentation, blends beautifully. So that's another one that you could get. Let me swatch. That's the 4 of them. You probably won't see the lightest one. And then there is the darkest one. So like I said, this one is very neutral. So if you're not sure if you suit cool or warm, I would go for this one. Now, if you are a girl who likes cool looks, then Tarte Tartelette is your friend. This palette is gorgeous. It does not only look gorgeous, the colors are beautiful, the pigmentation is great, and they blend really lovely. But I would say, even though it might have a couple of warmer colors, this palette is really more on the cool side. So as you know, I'm okay with cool colors, warm colors, neutral colors, because I think I'm quite neutral. So every palette that I'm showing you, I love, and they all work for me. I won't swatch this one for you because this is not so old, and you probably have seen loads and loads of reviews. This is totally different to Sonia Kashuk. There is maybe a couple of colors that you could dupe. This is definitely warmer than the Tartlet. In fact, I don't know of any other matte eyeshadow palette that is in that sort of tone as the Tartlet. Again, I absolutely love them. I could swatch a few colors. So that's, for example, is the middle row, and as you can see, they leaning towards purples, not bright crazy purples, just sort of taupey purples on a cooler side. You can probably see it here better, and I love them. Again, great pigmentation. I think companies are doing really well with the matte eyeshadows. As you know, matte eyeshadows are quite hard to formulate because they can kick up too much powder, or they can be too chalky. I don't find that with any of these palettes. Yes, a lot of them kick up a lot of powder, but if you tap it off, they don't have too much fallout, and they blend beautifully. My newest one, which I received from my lovely subscriber, is the Too Faced Natural Matte Palette. I love this palette. As you know, this is my very first Too Faced palette, and I like it so much that I really want to try all the other ones now, if they are such good quality. It is a lovely quality. They are so buttery. I would say this palette is more of a warm side. So like I've said before, if you don't like the Tartlet because the Tartlet is too cool for you, you will love this palette. I like the fact that these two light shadows, in fact I'm wearing few shadows from this palette today. I have this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one on my eyes. So they blend beautifully. They do, when you put your brush in it, kick up a lot of dust, but if you tap it off properly, they blend beautifully. You don't really get much fallout. So if you want high-end matte palette, I would really recommend this one. I really love it. Unless you prefer just cool colors, then it's probably not for you, but the quality is great. And the last palette that I have, I've got just the Z palette that I have few of them, the little ones, because I like to change up what I've got in here. But these are my favorite matte eyeshadows, and this is my latest purchase, Blanc Type from MAC. This is a must if you like that light open look. This eyeshadows, I can barely touch it. It's so buttery. It's got such great coverage. It's just amazing. So that's the Blanc Type. Now, if you're more on a cool side for your crease color, you want Kid, okay? Because this is sort of browny taupey color, very light, but it is more on a cool side. It is not that pigmented, but it is great color for crease. Now if you want warmer crease color, then I would go for Cork. Not too warm, but it's not as cool as Kid. Actually, they both are probably more on a cooler side. This one is a bit more mauvey. So these were like the all over color, more blonde type, and the other two crease colors. Now another color that you could use as crease color, but it's quite dark, or just as a your outer V color, is Swiss Chocolate. This is a beautiful brown. Again, beautifully pigmented. I have some MAC eyeshadows that I am not taken by at all. I don't think that much about the color or the pigmentation or how they look on the eye, but the ones that I'm showing you are my absolute favorites. And by favorites, I mean they have the pigmentation, the colors that I like, and the blendability. So that was Swiss Chocolate. Then another darker brown, it's Handwritten. That eyeshadow is gorgeous. I cannot say enough. I mean, the pigmentation on it is unbelievable. So that's Handwritten. And another MAC color is Sketch, and Sketch is, it's a very hard color to describe. You look at it and it looks a bit aubergine, but it's got brown in it. This one is not as buttery, it's quite much harder when you put your finger in it, but still very pigmented and blends really well. You can see it's very similar to Handwritten, but it's got that purple, dark purple undertone. So that's Sketch. See, it's a bit more patchy than the others. It still blends well. It's just a bit more patchy than the others because it's not as buttery. And I don't think this is strictly matte because I can see some shimmer. What is the finish of it? But it does appear matte, so I treat it as a matte color. And the other three that I'm going to show you are from Makeup Geek. And to be honest, I probably could find many more matte Makeup Geek eyeshadows that I would love, but even though they are cheaper than MAC, by the time I order them from America, I get them here and pay duty. I remember ordering all 9 eyeshadows, and I think the duty actually cost me more than the eyeshadows. So I would love to have more, but it's just not, it doesn't make financial sense. So yes, I would love to have more, but obviously what I would have to do is order just 2 at the time, but then I pay still the same postage and back. Never mind. Anyway, I've got 3 matte eyeshadows from Makeup Geek that I love. One of them is Unexpected. Unexpected is a very cool lavender taupe, I would say. This is great as a crease color. So this is Unexpected. This color looks great if you're doing like a black smoky eye, when you use black eyeshadow to blend it out with that. It's really good. So that was the cooler one. That would look lovely with the Sketch. And then I've got Moccha from Makeup Geek, which is just a nice warm brown. And Makeup Geek eyeshadows are lovely pigmented as well. So that's Moccha. As you can see, it's a warmer brown. And the last one is Cocoa Bear. And Cocoa Bear is like an orangey brown. And I use that a lot. That is very battery and soft and pigmented. I use that if I do like really warm eye look. It's a beautiful color. So that's the Cocoa Bear. And these three shadows were from her original 9 eyeshadows that she's ever made, I think, when she used to sell it as a set. So these were my matte eyeshadow palettes. I love them all. As you've seen, I have a mixture of cool, warm and neutral, and that is really covering me for all my matte looks. I don't think I would ever need another matte eyeshadow palette, although I'm sure I'll get one if there is another one that comes out that I really like. But I hope that this helped you a bit with making a decision which one to go for if you don't have any of these but you would like to buy them. Like if you would like cooler one, then go for Tartlet. If you want warmer one, then go for the Too Faced. Or you can always make your own and mix it and match it, because that way you get just the shadows that you want. I don't think I could actually choose favorite out of these. I like them all equally, and it depends what mood I'm in. I will use a different one. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you soon. Bye.